Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero, and welcome to Angelface, which is a horror game where a man is chosen by God to guide an angel that has fallen to Earth. Man, So right off the bat, this is going for like a PC-98, like old style, because he's always had these like borders on the side. She's tender, gentle in her manner, quiet in her steps. She does not speak, but she listens. She does not question, though her eyes sometimes wander. She is radiant, a daisy with an angel's face, draped in white. She is unspoiled, unblemished by the stains that coat the world around her. The Lord has chosen me to be her guide, her Aegis, her savior. There is no one better suited for the role. The ritual begins in 2 nights. I have yet to prepare. I first enter the Temple of Wares. Plus we got a cool, old-style soundtrack to match the vibe. Despite its enticing selection of offerings, I remain steadfast in my search for the first sacramental. It's anointing oil, one strong enough to cleanse her of earthly residue and prepare her for her ascent. I must, for I will deliver her. She coughed. Appearing just beyond my peripheral vision, she scanned the content of the shelves, echoing my movements curiously. They were careful yet rudimentary, as though each object would shatter if she lingered too long upon it. Despite this, she eyed every offering with childlike wonder. I insisted she stay home, lest she risk retaining herself further. She followed me regardless, wordless yet watchful. For a few quiet moments I could not look away. It took the familiar sensation of textured plastic to return me to my senses. A bottle of anointing oil, or so I understood it to be. Oh, is that I as in like that's who we're playing? Ah. Or, that's the angel's name. Her breath rasped faintly behind me, as she stared blankly at the sacramental I held delicately between my fingers. With one offering secured, I carried the vessel home. That's a car driving noise. It's very loud, very expensive car. Sounds like a spaceship landing. There she watched quietly as I spread white cloth across the altar and poured the anointing oil into a brass bowl of reverence. Its scent was sharp, the kind perfect for cleansing, though never for one so divine. I stepped back to admire my work, before turning her with a smile, meeting her gaze with a sigh. I knelt before her, clasping my hands. Soon. She said nothing. But of course, words, such frivolous things, are for men, not angels. The air around her fell still. It will be ready soon. My hands trembled. I will deliver her. She is unyielding. I guess I is us, like literally. Her breaths are shallow, labored, yet she endures. Bound in silence, she does not speak. Her silence presses. She does not question, though her eyes linger. She is graceful, a daisy veiled in white, bent beneath this world's unseen weight. Though burdened, she remains light in her steps. The Lord has chosen me to be her shepherd, her crown, her keeper, her deliverer. I will deliver her. The ritual begins tomorrow. I enter the sanctuary of tools and begin my search for the second sacramental. Prayer ropes. They are durable enough to bind her to this world until God calls her to the next. Soon, it too will find its place upon the altar. I must not falter. I did not see her approach, yet I felt her presence draw near. I hear her. The air thinned with every step she took. When she finally stopped beside me, her silence grew heavy, and her breaths heavier. Her gaze remained fixed on my hands as I searched for the shelves feverishly. It took the familiar touch of braided fiber against my palms to steady my resolve. Prayer ropes, or so I understood them to be. Ah. Her eyes became glued to the sacramental I held between my fingers, and she began to draw short, strained breaths as if struggling to speak, but no sound came. With the second offering secured, I carried the vessel home. Something's up. It's obviously a very cold start premise-wise. There she lingered at the threshold, watching silently as I looped the ropes about the altar with reverence. The cord sprayed bit into my fingers as I tied careful knots, each pull drawing taut against the white cloth beneath them. I winced at the altar's faint odor, then stepped back to admire the symmetry. I bowed my head before her, hands clasped. Tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think you say anything. That's just me talking to you. Yet again, she said nothing. Was I not worthy of praise? The air fell heavier, and I bowed my head deeper, shutting my eyes closed. I only need one more night. So the game page says we're preparing this angel so we can send them back to heaven. Just curious. Silence. How do we know they're an angel? Are we just assuming? Did we actually receive a message? When I raised my head, her gaze fell not on me, but on a nearby picture frame. Within it held a photograph of her and I walking down the aisle. She was grinning ear to ear. What? Her. My hands trembled. Not with weakness, I told myself, but with the weight of their purpose. I will deliver her. I must deliver her. There is no one better suited for the role. My hands would not stop trembling. Was it just the way you were drawn, or were you, like, really tall? I can feel it. Her gaze, it remains fixed. She knows. I dare not raise my hand. Her silence binds. It will not break. She knows. I dare not meet her eye. Knows what? For but a moment I thought I saw her. A face at the edge of the light. Her face. I looked away. I could not look. Wait. Going down the aisle. Her face. Why did she not turn away? Why won't she leave me? Does this angel look like someone close to you, formerly? Because the ritual is not yet complete. Because God has chosen me. Yes, of course. Me. I am her guide. Her hand. Her deliverer. What details are you hiding about this situation? The ritual's tonight. She waits for the hour appointed. I entered the chapel of apothecaries in search of the final sacramental, a sacred flame. With it I shall rid her from the chains that bind her to this world, so that she may join the Lord at last. At last I shall be free. Man, I really like this soundtrack. I like this whole game's like look and like sound. I just could be nostalgia speaking though. But I'm still objectively right, probably. She now follows closely. Far too closely. Her breath hitched and rasped down my neck. I could not look. Are you making ghost noises behind me? I'm kinda into that, that's fine. My hands haphazardly knocked items off the shelves as I searched them frantically. They would not stop trembling. I'm doing all of this for you. Can't you see? I drew a shallow, shaky breath. It'll only be a little longer. I stood motionless, waiting for her breath to dissipate. How long I waited, I did not know. Please. I began muttering prayers under my breath. How long I prayed, I did not know. Please. What's going on? She's walking near me, or that means that's me walking. Huh. I no longer felt her breath upon me after what felt like eons. She was nowhere in sight, yet I breathed heavily. It took the smooth texture of plastic beneath my palm to steal my nerves. A jug of lamp oil. It was crude and ordinary, its label peeling, yet in my hands it weighed heavily, with divine purpose. I will use it to anoint her once more, and the fire shall consume all earthly impurities, leaving nothing behind but ash fit for heaven. I turned to carry the vessel home. That's when I finally heard it. Her voice. It was not of an angel's, but hers. Hers. It was a horrible, grating sound, neither comforting nor smooth, but strained and hoarse, as if her vocal cords were filed down to a fraying thread of sandpaper. I could bear to hear only a single word before I was forced to cover my ears. What do you keep saying her? Like it's a separate entity. Oh god. That's fine. Stop. It rang out through my skull. I tried to drown out the sound of a yell, but I could not hear myself. Had I even opened my mouth? See, I know you couldn't trust a smug face. Stop. I tried to yell once more, but she was louder. Far louder. Stop. I clutched my head, holding on so tightly that my nails drew blood as they dug into my skin. I'd hoped the pain would wake me up if I were dreaming. Stop! I no longer yelled, but begged. I begged her to silence it more. I begged and begged until my throat became raw. Stop. I could bear this no longer. I yearned for silence. An emotion that felt almost instinctual. I reached out for her neck, wrapping my fingers so tightly around her throat that I risked breaking them. Well, this is not an angel, it's just someone innocent. I dare not look, I dare not release. Her sound weakened, or perhaps it was my grip that faltered. I dared not look, I dared not release. Then, nothing. Neither the angel nor her voice. Clara's voice. There we go. Did you just murder your wife? When I opened my eyes, my hands clutched only air. The silence rang louder than any word. I bent down to retrieve the jug of lamp oil that had dropped. The final sacramental, its weight had steadied me. I carried it home. There the altar waited. The cloth was now soiled and the air putrid. She lay upon it, still, her skin mottled and her lips drawn back in grimace. Okay, I think it was, okay, so I think the thing we just encountered was like a ghost, or, well, a mental illusion. Before we get to the ending, I'm gonna assume dead wife, and we're just faking that it's an angel, like that this is an illusion in our head. Like, oh, she's become an angel. You know what I mean? I had not dared to look this closely before. Because what I thought maybe was like a demon face, it might actually have been like a rotting face that flashed real quickly. The oil sloshed faintly as I set it beside her. Yeah, this looks like a corpse. I knelt before her, clasping my hands, but the weight of her presence returned, forcing itself upon my shoulders. I can finally set you free. She said nothing, because she's dead. My hands trembled. Not with weakness, I told myself, but with something I could not name. Yet, I struck a match. Wait, was someone in a coma? I can't really tell. Was that sound part of the ending, or was that just it transitioning to the opening screen? Or is it both? So that's it for Angelface. I'll talk about the story first. So I think I am right partially in that the beeping is like, someone on life support. But I think they might have already been dead. I don't think it's like, oh, they were on life support, then we just like put them out of their misery. I think it's just more of a hint that they were dead in the life support, They died at some point. Maybe. It could be the other way too. But yeah, there's no angel, there's no demon or anything. It's just someone coping. They glorifiedly just cremated someone. It's not true cremation because that's a very specific process, but they lit the body on fire. It was a form of like mental delusion cope, like, oh, all I'm doing is just sending this angel that just happens to look like my dead wife up to heaven to be with God. Hence why it never speaks, except for this one situation where it just says like, stop, stop deluding yourself. It's just a way of, maybe it was her ghost, but I think it was just your mental capacity of you trying to tell you like, hey, this needs to stop going on, like, let it go. But yes, a short, as the game page calls it, a kinetic novel. Really nice soundtrack, and I'm not sure if I think this developer might have actually done the soundtrack art and everything. Because the description says 5 original soundtrack themes. And there's only one name listed in the credits. But I very much enjoyed this retro style, and I enjoyed the art for what we saw. So this came out all the way in October last year, actually. And I don't believe this developer has made anything since. They're just a little indie dev artist. It looks like they still like draw and make art and stuff like that, but I'm a sucker for these old style, like, early era visual novel adventure game feel, and just like the soundtracks and everything. So something with this style and like feel, it doesn't have to be the same story. It could be whatever story. I think works really great for like horror game formats or story, more thriller kind of formats. So I would like to see more. But yeah, anyway, so thank you all for watching play Angelface. I'll see you guys later and take it easy.